You're listening to The Moose and the Loose, your 10 minutes action-packed financial podcast with your host, Mikey Hu. Hey, what's up, Market Moose? Mike from The Moose on the Loose. Oh my God, it's been such a while. I know I pre-recorded some episodes, but this is the first one that I'm clicking on record right after my trip to Peru. And today we're going to talk about it. I know a lot of you guys are travelers, that you enjoy going on trips, exploring new countries. So I don't know, like whenever I come back from vacation, I just want to do an episode on that and tell you a little bit more about what I love and what I didn't love that much about my trip. And Peru was really interesting because it was definitely Peru not on a budget. So literally using the die with zero mentality, thinking about like the rare occasion in the upcoming years where I will have the chance to have my wife, my 3 children, and even my oldest son's girlfriend that traveled with us. So we're like 6 for 2 weeks, and then my son went back a little bit faster because he had to go back to work. We spent a few more days by the beach, but yeah, so that was a crazy trip, and I was like super happy to offer that to my family, just to spend more time and experience with them. So again, not Peru on a budget, don't even actually very bad money management behavior, but I have no clue how much I paid because this trip has been planned. I mean, I've been planning for this trip for like, I don't know, like almost a year. So I bought the airplane tickets, and after that, I bought I booked some Airbnbs right in there, and then I paid a deposit because we did the 4-day Inca Trail trek. That was definitely the highlight of the trip. So anyways, and I don't track that because for me, my objective when I travel is not to optimize for my budget and do savings, but actually optimize for the memories that I'm going to create, the feelings that I'm going to live over there. A few things that I've done there, and I really don't regret it. I paid a little bit more for a direct flight from Montreal. So yes, it's like maybe like a few $100 more times 6. So it is quite expensive, but when you fly and you just do a direct flight, 8 hours and a half, so you can start your day and you're not completely destroyed by like waiting in like 2 airports and layovers and whatever. So instead of like taking like 15 to 20 hours, it took us like 8 hours, and that was definitely an investment. Another thing that I've done is instead of taking the bus all the way up to Cusco, which takes about, I don't know, like 20 hours or something like that, we took a flight. So again, a lot more expensive, but an hour and a half, we were in Cusco. We were able to enjoy our full day instead of like enjoying a day in a bus that stinks and that you have to eat bad food the entire day. So for me, those are investments. They're not like ways to save money. Because on the one side, I mean, as investment, it goes, there's no free lunch in finance. Well, there's no free lunch in vacation. When you pay less for something, you pay on the other side. So I rather pay with money than pay with my time, because time is the ultimate currency, and this is the way I see it. So what I've done in Peru now, a few things that I've done and I really enjoyed. So we landed in Lima. The next day, we took a bus with Peru Up. Great company, right on track. Nothing to say. Like, I really suggest them if you're looking for like tours. What we did is that it was a 2-day tour, so 1 night, 2 days to go to Huacachina. So Huacachina is like a small oasis, about 4, maybe 5-hour drives downside of Lima, but it's really cool. So on your way there, you're gonna stop. Like with this one, we stopped to the to Paracas. So we did a little bit boat ride to see birds and see lions. That was interesting, but I mean, like some people are saying, oh, it's the Galapagos of the poors, or like it's a smaller version of the Galapagos. I didn't go there to the Galapagos, but I wasn't impressed that much. It was just nice to have like a small break between Lima and going to Huacachina. But besides that, I was okay. It was like not the highlight. When we got there to Huacachina, though, since it's an oasis, it's surrounded by huge dunes. So we went on a dune buggy, of course, but the ride was really fun. A lot of jumps, a lot of turns. like a lot of like going down very fast and really enjoyed it. The sandboarding was fun. We did volcano boarding a few years ago, so it was a bit less intense. So depending on what you're like, if you're a thrill seeker or not. We were a bit disappointed because it was not fast enough for us, but I guess that most people would be quite excited to do it. But it was fun. It was a lot of fun. Like the dune buggies, the sandboarding was great. And the next day, it's a little bit more relaxed, so you can enjoy a little oasis. It's a bit touristy though. And you go for a small pisco tasting, which was, again, a lot of fun. So we got to taste a lot of like different creams and other like pisco based drinks. So I really enjoyed that. I mean, you know me, I went to Portugal, I did a wine tasting, a wine tour, so I was all about that. That was great. Then we drove back to Lima, so we slept at the Holiday Inn near the airport. So the next morning, actually it was just like a few hours later, we had like 3 to 4 hours of sleep. We took a plane to Cusco, and then we spent 2 days in the Sacred Valley before doing the Inca trek. My take on the Sacred Valley: amazing, great landscape. I really enjoyed Pisac. It's a small town, like 10,000 people. Really enjoyed it. It was like really nice. I prefer that to Ollantaytambo because less touristy, less people. Of course, there's not much to do, but if you just want to hang out and hang around in a coffee or at the main square, it's a great place to do. The highlight of the trek, of course, the trip was the 4-day trek. The 4-day trek on the Inca Trail, so much fun. I did it with Alpaca Expeditions. They were very, very good. Nothing to say. Like, the food was amazing, the guides were amazing. They let us trek at our pace, so we were a little bit faster than the rest of our group. So we just like kill the track. We just like went super fast. That was fun, but that was like the way that we trek. So for people that are slower, it was great because they had the guide on their side. They were just saying, oh, please stop at this place. So we had to stop like at checkpoints where the views were amazing. We were able to enjoy our time over there, having fun, laughing, and eating good snacks while waiting for them. So that was just an amazing moment. Getting to Machu Picchu, of course, is great, but it's really the trail that is great. It was the same thing with Kilimanjaro. It's the experience of the trek, and yes, you get to the destination. The destination is cool, but it's not necessarily the highlight. But we were super lucky. Great weather over there. Great tour of the Machu Picchu. Very impressive, actually. It's really worth it, and I think it's even more worth it to do the trek. We were with 6 Albertans, super nice people, like 3 couples of friends, and they were in their 50s, and they were just amazing. So everybody can do that. I mean, there was a woman that was like, she was 58 and she did it like a pro. So definitely accessible for everyone. A few notes on the altitude. I mean, take those pills. I mean, we had like Diamox. I had it on the Kilimanjaro. I know the list of like effects are like 5 pages long, but really we were 6. Nothing happened, but we were top shape every day. We were able to like climb up the mountains without having too much problem. The other 2 tricks I had is to drink a ton of water, like a ton. Like, we're talking 5, 6, 7 liters per day, and then breathe, just like deep breath. And that's it. I mean, none of our group had problem with altitude. It's not that high though compared to Kilimanjaro anyways. A few days later, we did the Rainbow Mountain as well. This one, I was a bit disappointed. It's definitely an Instagram hype thing. I mean, it was fun, but so many people, that was just crazy. So again, now you're going up to like 5,000 meters, so you just have to breathe a little bit slower, take your breath, take your time, and then you're gonna make it as well. You don't have to rush anything. Just make sure that you're conscious, you listen to your body, and it's going to be well. We also spent a few days in Cusco to just relax between the trek and the Rainbow Mountain. That was great. It's a great city. A lot of the main square was fun to just walk around. And actually, one thing that I want to highlight, I read a lot of things about Peru not being super safe, and and I mean, we traveled a lot. We are always like very conscious of our entourage and make sure that like we don't have like pickpockets around us and stuff like that. But man, in Peru, I felt so much safe. It was like super chill. I was always on my guard though, always looking around, but didn't spot anything. So anyways, that was like a really smooth. Peruvian people are amazing, very welcoming, smiling, patient, helping. I just have good words to say about them. We felt welcome everywhere we went, so that was also a great thing. So spending a few days in Cusco just to relax was great. We went also, myself and my youngest son, we went on a quest to buy ourselves official jerseys of the soccer team over there. We made it, but it was complicated because you have like a lot of like fake replicas. But anyway, we ended up like going to the Cusco FC house, so clubhouse, so we could like buy something that was original. But that was just like a nice side quest on the trip to just walk around the city and try to find those jerseys. So that was a lot of fun. We ended up our trip. So my son spent 2 days in Lima and then with his girlfriend alone, and then they went back. On our side, we booked a few days by the beach in Punta Hermosa. It was great, was relaxing. The beach was amazing, but it's their winter, so it was a bit cold. Didn't get to hit the waves. We wanted to surf, but it was like 15 to 20 degrees. Even with a wetsuit, not many surfers, like more experienced people, I guess, were not that experienced, so didn't get there. But just spending some days relaxing by the beach was, I mean, I don't know about you, but I just love to sit on a beach and stare at the waves for like hours. And then I just think about whatever I want to do in my life in the next 5 years, my projects, my business, my relationships, everything. So that was just a good reflection point after a very, very busy start. So the first like 10 days were just like very intense. Huacachina, taking the plane, Cusco, the trek, the Rainbow Mountain. So a lot of things to be done in 10 days, and then we just slowed down. One last thing, Lima, we spent another 2 days over there. I wasn't impressed that much by the city. It was okay, but yeah, I don't have much to say about Lima. It would not be a place that I would go there. I didn't like. Yeah, we went to see the catacomb, went to see the major place, went to see like the cats, the Kennedy Park where there are like plenty of cats. But I mean, those are like small stuff that you can see, enjoy, but I don't know. It was not that much. And I'm going to end, though, on a very positive note. If you go to Cusco, you have to try the restaurant Suyu. We went there for my daughter and my son's birthday because they're like 1 week apart. So we celebrated there. We had a 9-course service meal that was just crazy. So 3 starters, 3 entrees, and then 3 desserts. That was just so much fun. We had the chance to taste a lot of Peru and that thing. The food was amazing. It was just great. So yeah, so overall, definitely a place to go if you have not done it yet. I was super happy because the Inca Trail and the Machu Picchu was on my bucket list for a while, so now it's crossed. Now I have to work on like adding more stuff on my bucket list after those few trips. So super happy about that. Really highly recommend. The people are amazing. The food is great, and the time over there, a lot of things to do. So yeah, so highly recommend going to Peru. And if you have any questions, hit me up. I mean, I'm on Blossom. I'm on Twitter. You can go on YouTube asking questions about that. And you know where to find me. So that's it. I mean, exceptionally, we are at 13 minutes now, so I'm going to let you go, Moose. On Monday, we're going to go back talking about the investment. I know that I've missed a few news, so we're going to start talking about earnings and stuff like that, getting back on track on what's really happening in the investment world. But the market is up, so it's not that bad, right? All right, Moose, take good care. We're going to talk again on Monday. And until the meantime, don't forget to stay invested. Hey, welcome to the disclaimer. If you're listening to The Moose and the Loose, you cannot really expect me to give you buy or sell recommendation or financial advice, right? You're here for fun, you're here for information and some entertainment. But I am not your financial advisor, I am not your broker, so therefore I'm not liable if you're losing money after listening to the podcast. If you're looking for some advice, go see a professional. If not, you can enjoy the show and do your due diligence after it.